Good morning. This is my second time trying to do this video. The first time the sun was really bright, so you guys couldn't even see my face. But um, happy Friday. I hope that you guys have a good Friday and weekend. So, yeah, I just wanted to come and say that. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good one yesterday too. Um, I'm just vibing to be honest, and just chilling, literally. Um, it's crazy. So I know the other day I was talking about how I like to wear different colors to helps my skin pop. As I was thinking about it, it's I think like my own opinion, this is my own opinion. I believe that it's important to cherish your skin, no matter what type of skin tone you are. It's important to cherish your skin. So I was thinking about that because like as a child and stuff, like growing up, I used to witness like a lot of like even growing up, I witnessed people not being comfortable with their skin or comfortable with how they looked, because of their skin. And a lot of them, people didn't believe that they were beautiful because maybe they were darker skinned and they just didn't view themselves as beautiful. And I've witnessed people even going to the lengths of making fake profiles just to be able to date someone online, but they're posing as someone totally different, maybe like a lighter skinned person. Majority of the time it was, and I believe it's because they weren't comfortable with their skin. They believe that they weren't as beautiful, so they'll pose as someone else. Even I've seen a couple shows on Catfish where um, some women they always pose as someone else, maybe a lighter skinned version of someone, or just someone totally different because they weren't comfortable with themselves. And I don't think I ever had an issue with my skin tone growing up. I don't recall ever having an issue with that, but I witnessed people around me maybe that had issues with their skin tone, and it really had a big effect on them, to where they didn't believe that they were beautiful. And it's kind of ridiculous to me because just because you have a darker skin tone don't mean that you're not beautiful. So I've also witnessed children being favoritized because of their skin tone as well. So like I would see lighter skinned kids get treated a certain way than the darker skinned children, and it's kind of sad whenever it's ridiculous if you see that, because whenever you're a child and you understand and you see certain things like that, the favoritism, especially with the favoritism in general, but especially like with your skin tone, it makes you feel a certain type of way. So it doesn't surprise me that people that actually witnessed that growing up had an issue as they were growing up or even as adults with their skin tone and embracing their skin tone and stuff and believing that they're beautiful because of what they witnessed growing up. And so it's unfortunate, but I've like through my experiences, I've realized it doesn't really matter what tone of skin that you have, because I witnessed people of like the that had a lighter skin tone that had treated people poorly, or had the treated people poorly pretty much, and thought they would get away with it because of how they looked. And a lot of times they did get away with it, but it depends on who was around. But I've also witnessed people of lighter skin tones that treat people with respect and have hearts of gold, and love dark skin tone people, and so they didn't have an issue with them either. So I've witnessed that too. And I've also witnessed people of darker skin, not like dark skinned people too, or treated people poorly too. So, I mean, I've even I've dated a lot of different races, to be honest. From blacks, whites, Indian, or a mixture with Indian, even African. And it's crazy because I dated someone that was African, and he couldn't stand black people or people from the U.S. He couldn't stand African American people, and so every time there was an issue with blacks or anything, he'll watch the news and he just be talking crap about black people all the time. And I would have to say something, I'd be like, "That's wrong, you can't do that. Like, we're all black, But in his mind, he felt like he was better, and that we were all brainwashed and all kinds of stuff he would say. And so I witnessed like him not even like him black people too, and it's crazy to me. So, and I know a lot of it has to stem back to slavery, but we all know how that goes or how that went. So I know a lot of it goes all the way back to slavery, but um it's crazy because as through like my experiences, I realized that it didn't matter what tone of skin you were, because I witnessed a lot. And so you could be the lightest person and have the darkest heart, and I wouldn't even view you as highly because of how ugly you look to me, because of how dark your heart is, and how you treat people poorly. Or you can even be the blackest person with the heart of gold, and I would treat you highly or view you highly because of the fact that of how you treat others, and just the way your heart is. And so I really don't think it really matters your skin tone. What matters is how you are as a person, how your heart is. I don't think God or anybody, even in the end, it's not your skin tone is not gonna matter, because all you'll have anyway is your soul. So yeah, I don't know, but I always embrace my skin, and I believe like once you love yourself and start loving on yourself, like truly love yourself, then you'll love everything about yourself, including your skin. I've seen it too many times where there's black people didn't like who they were because of their skin, and it's like, just embrace it. I embrace it. I love it. So um I love my skin, to be honest with you, and so I've never had an issue. But just because you're dark skinned don't mean that you can't be smart, or that you're not beautiful. And you can be light skinned too with the heart of gold. And I've seen light skinned people that love people, everybody, and have a heart of gold, and treat dark skinned people with love and respect. Even like, okay, so my daughter, she's lighter, right? And so she's lighter than me. And I've had someone close to me tell me that she wasn't my daughter, and that it was someone else's daughter that had her same skin tone, and that hurt my feelings. I was just like, that's ridiculous. Like, why would you say that? That's my daughter. And she was like, "That's not your daughter. That's blah blah blah's daughter." And I just looked at her like, "That's ridiculous. Like, where'd you even come up with that?" And it was all because of how she looked, and that was kind of ridiculous to me. And that's why I love my daughter, because she doesn't, no matter what color she is, she never judged, darker skinned people at all. She treated everybody the same. She never even acted like she was better than any other kids that were maybe of a different skin tone as her. She never did that. And that's why I really appreciate about her, because she's all for it, and she's about that life pretty much. So I'm glad she didn't get that trait, and it's probably because I raised them and stuff. Like, I would tell them, like, even if you're light, you don't mean that you're not black. So don't don't you know disrespect people, because of your skin tone. You're You know, I will always like instill it into them and just talk to them about how to respect people regardless of how they look and stuff, you know? Because I witnessed it a lot when I was growing up and it was ridiculous, and I see why like a lot of people grew up and they didn't think that they were beautiful, because I witnessed a lot around me and stuff, and just out in the world too, of how people of certain skin tones were treated. And I've even knew somebody that was like, you know, there's a song that came out, and she was dancing and she was like, "Oh, I'm Redbone," and she was like dancing and she's like, she would say certain things all the time. I just was looking at her like, what? Like she was kind of better than other people. Like she deserved to be like, I don't know, cherished more than me or anybody else that was darker than her, because she was lighter and her hair and all this stuff and stuff. But it was crazy because she I don't know, I witnessed her do a lot of stuff that was not good, you know, and it's like, okay. So like through my experiences I realized it wasn't that important. What was important is who they were inside, you know. So yeah. So I believe that, my opinion, is good to embrace who you are fully and cherish your skin, and don't believe that you're not beautiful just because of your skin, you know, because in the end that's not going to matter. What's going to matter is what's in your heart and how you treat others, so, in your soul. So yeah. I just had to talk about that. um I don't know, that's my opinion. Everybody's different, so you know how that goes. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend and a good Friday. I'm gonna vibe out and do my thing, so, as always. But yeah. Yeah. So I love you guys, and I'll be on next week. I'll pop in and stuff and talk to you guys. So yeah. I hope you guys have a good day, and I love you. Have a good weekend. Bye.